we got to the end of the road. Here it is.
Yeah, it looks like you could go further. It looks like I see it goes up and around,
No,
but this is
way further.
Yeah.
but it's
But they say in July you can get.
Yeah, when the snow's cleared more, you can go
Yeah.
a little further up there. Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?
I actually slept really good.
Yeah?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Felt really good.
yeah. So maybe this morning it'll have some, we'll have some more visibility.
Maybe that it's supposed to be not raining, partly cloudy. So we'll see what the day holds for us.
All right. We're uploading or putting together our video to upload from yesterday and
Took a day off.
getting the RV ready to travel
Yep.
west over to Stewart
Yeah.
and check out the beautiful drives. So hopefully there'll be some good visibility. We will find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
That was a really pretty lake. I liked that campground.
Yes, I think it's called Lake Mezzadine or Mezzadine.
Okay. And it's just right in front of the turnoff towards...
Right before 37A when you turn off to go to Stewart. It's right before that. It's a provincial park.
That was a nice place.
Yeah, it was a nice place.
Now we're heading out of the campground and heading over to
there's
37A.
Yep, there's the sign for it.
We're leaving. All right, we can either go right to the Alaska Highway or left to Stewart. We're going left to Stewart. And oh, please do not feed bears. Sounds like a good plan. I agree. Amazing mountain up there that's peeking through the clouds. Ooh. Can't quite see the top of that, but wow. That's really pretty. Start seeing lots of peaks now.
Definitely a much beautiful day. More beautiful than yesterday.
Yeah.
All this would have been covered up.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. There's some shade up there. Someone had the right idea. Camp right alongside the river here.
Yeah. Well, looks like Deanna gets her wish to get to see a bear, but that's probably some kind of a mama bear and a baby bear, so.
I think the guy was saying the grizzlies have that hump on the back.
Yeah. Oh, they're maybe small. Look at that. Real slow. They're little guys. Yeah, they're cubs or something. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's some big boys. Wow. Well, actually, it's a little guy, huh? He's got...
Yeah, he's not caring about the traffic. One of them is like very skittish.
Yeah. Well, does anybody know what those guys might have been? We're thinking they're probably grizzlies, but young. Maybe they didn't develop the big hump on their back between their shoulders just yet.
Because I kind of saw their legs and kind of looked like it could be like some hump-like.
Yeah, I think they were just both young. Like maybe they just left their mom, maybe. One of them looked bigger than the other.
Yeah.
But neither one of them looked full grown.
Yeah. I would think young because one of them was very skittish. Where the other one was...
Do you think skittish or were they just playing?
No, I think one of them, every time a car came by and even saw us, it would like run into the bush.
Yeah.
So I think maybe one was kind of more skittish.
Uh-huh.
And the other one was like, I don't care, I'm eating.
Yeah.
I found some good grass.
Hey, by the way, while we were talking, I one hand grabbed a mosquito and got him and threw him on the ground. So that should be like worth 2 points.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. That looks glacier-like. Oh, that looks like glacier.
Hey, you Pep. Meow meow. Like this is another one of those peaks that kind of form its own weather pattern and attract, create clouds around it.
There's a hole off here. You could actually see into the canyon. This is the Bear Glacier.
Hyder Glacier. It's really yeah, you can actually hear it over there, huh? Hear the water coming down off the glacier.
Well, now I can actually see it right there. There's like a big waterfall.
Yeah,
Right there. I can
that's
see
really
it now.
pretty. Yeah, you can see the different little waterfalls and melts coming off of the glacier there. Beautiful rapids-filled river over here on the left. And beautiful canyons, beautiful rock canyons everywhere. See when it floods out through these trees. It's probably good, maybe good for them in the long run, but if it stays on it, I bet you it kills the trees because they, like you said, they probably rot out.
So he thinks there are some beavers around here that are.
Maybe. I don't know. I wonder if it's too much of a river. Oh, I see a waterfall over there. Oh, there's a waterfall up there.
so we're entering the town of Stewart. Not too much to speak of just yet, but we'll go down the road here. Head towards a dump station and then to the RV park. So here we are in Stewart, and they actually have a free dump station, which is really nice. So I think we're going to go ahead and dump before we head to the campground, because the campground does not have a dump, but this is nice to have a dump here.
All right, we're in Stewart, British Columbia, and just grabbing some gas. It's definitely more expensive here. $1.69 per liter. Liter's about 3.5. Takes about 3.5 liters to a gallon. So, and the $1.69 is Canadian. So that's probably more like around $1.30 in American US. So if anyone's got the math, you take that. It'd be like $1.30 times 4.5 to equal the gallons. Wow, what a valley. This is a beautiful area.
Okay, here's kind of the little downtown of Stewart.
Got the Silverado Cafe Pizza Parlor.
Ah, okay.
A couple hotels.
Yeah, an inn. I think we saw a museum a little further behind us. Okay, we have arrived. The Rainy Creek RV.
Sign up there says, "Bear with us."
Ah ha 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 ha! So funny. Glad that they have a
You have
sense
arrived.
of humor. They're making improvements. Okay.
All right. Says drinking water, and that's what Mida needs, is some more drinking water. So, yay. A view of our exciting wet bay. Got fresh water, got city water, got the sewer tank flush. We actually put these little quick connects on here because they you can turn them off and on, and have, if you do it in the right order, you can have a little bit less water dump into your bay when the hose still has some water in it. So it's always a fun thing. And then no matter what you do, you probably just still need some towels for your wet bay, so you can mop up whatever water drips off your hoses and stuff. Got a water filter right here for that the water runs. Got kind of a nice pump turn on and off that you can turn on from the outside, turn on and off from the outside. And yeah, this is actually a shower connection. You could have some water shower. We leave it disconnected because it just kind of gets in the way. A while back I added this GFI 110 outlet because in the winter time it's kind of nice to have. We found these nice bird cage heaters, and you can plug these in, and they've got this cool temperature regulator where you can regulate the temperature of your wet bay based on whatever settings you want, and can heat the wet bay so that you don't have any of these little connectors have a bad time in a freeze. So it's kind of nice. Way back there you can see some insulation that I had put in for when we're doing winter camping, but we've taken some of it out just to be able to easily reach things. We actually have DC based pipe heaters in there as well that connect into our battery compartment, but it kind of just depends on whether we've got easier access to DC or AC. our inverter will run the outlet here as well. So if we're running and have good battery power, we can run them on battery and solar. We added these mud dauber or hornet prevention cages, but we did notice that this one came off, so we will need to get another one of our little wire things to kind of keep
I was
wasps
thinking maybe a camping world
yeah.
of some sort. Did you see one go in there or something?
No, but it's always, I like these little cages that keep the
mud wasps.
keep the bugs out of your heating tubes and stuff. There's a little tour from the visitor center up to one of the glaciers.
The Salmon Glacier.
So we're gonna head up there to the visitor center and jump on the bus. So seems like a fun thing to do on this beautiful day.
Oh, it's a gorgeous day.
Well, that's not a bad view at all.
Yep.
This guy's got a boat with some lobster traps or crab traps.
I was gonna say could be crabs too, right?
Yeah, crabs probably, huh? It's fun. So I guess you know you're in the north when you build a snow shield stand for your DirecTV antenna, and the DirecTV antenna is pointed nearly straight south as opposed to up in the sky. That's a pretty big something. Not sure what that something is, but what is that, a vase? I use antlers in all of my decorating. Oh, what a guy, Gaston. All right, we're on the bus, ready for...
Gonna go to see Salmon Glacier
in Hyder, Alaska.
in Hyder, Alaska.
Got our passports.
Got our passports. We're set.
So I've been here.
Deanna says this is the estuary walk, where you can walk on this bridge and see all kinds of awesome birds.
Just up there, the other, just the different lines that right now the bears. It used to be rocket fuel, but they melted it out. Boundary.
We're in.
Alaska. We're in Alaska.
Everglades used to be
That's
190 proof.
Not even
They
5
melted it out
minutes.
to 150.
5-minute drive. It's interesting. What all those little
When I first moved here 22 years ago, Premier Seafoods, they
Shadow Campground.
have a bench up there. And that's where the late oil border of the moose.
This is the grizzly bear salmon fishing viewing platform. In July, August, you get to do this cool grizzly bear watching. So kind of cool. Got lots and lots of parking. So that's pretty cool. So after the salmon viewing, it switches to a gravel road the rest of the way. Pretty waterfall up there.
People snow sliding down. And that's so it can be seen from altitude. And also so the bears know whether they're grizzlies or browns. They're starting to grow, getting harder to see it every year.
Does this one have a name?
Mind approaching the Deanna and
No.
I roads? Can we go up? Yeah, you should be clear.
a person named Johan.
Yeah.
like somebody was camping. A little fire there. Oh my. Wow. That's beautiful. The Salmon Glacier.
Salmon Glacier. Yep.
It's huge.
And look down. And then I guess that's the snow melt there.
You can tell how thick it must be because, you know, it's a kind of a rounded out kind of area below it, but here, you know, but it goes straight across.
Right.
This is where the toe of the glacier was down below us.
Wow.
And with the horse train, into the valley here, and then they'd spend the night at camp down below. And then the next morning they'd get up, and it would take them all day to get up to the next camp, was kind of on the end of the other side of the glacier there. As I mentioned, it's 56,000 years ago. This last one, I think, was like 13,000, this last ice age that come through here. But if you get...
See the ponds and the rivers
But then the
are
Salmon
slightly
River
different
itself
colors.
is kind of like milky looking.
Yeah. Little bugs that are flying around.
No, this is Scotty Hall. Yeah, well, that's far from that. That you can see, well, it's all part of the Cambria ice field.
Oh, okay.
So it's an ice field.
It's a giant.
Yeah,
Just little
yeah.
tails that come out.
Yeah. I think the biggest non-polar ice field is in Wyoming.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think this is like number 3 or something in this
Okay.
ice field. That's where the ice was 20 years ago. So in 20 years it went from where the creek is there up to where it's at now.
Oh.
And up and down trying to keep the road open. Because at the Grand Duke they'd get 100 feet of snow every winter. And actually one winter they got 111 feet. So that hill up ahead of us there, that's where the big Missouri is in there. And there's a big cavern in there, and that's where they had their mill. So then they wouldn't have to worry about the snow. In between the big Missouri and the Premier Mine, there's over 40 miles of tunnel, 60 kilometers of tunnel in the hills here. You can see them 2 gravel piles in the bank over there. And they go underneath. One of them's in there. So he said one day he had to go in through there and check it out. Like, he was instructed, this was your job, you got to go through there. And he said for about 150 feet he had to do the old squish by side. He said, didn't have claustrophobia, but there was no way he was going to do that again.
All right, the bus can't go any further because there's snow on the road. Wow. That is pretty. Look at those giant ripples.
Yeah.
in Iceland.
Mountain down there.
Well, we got to the end of the road. Here it is.
Yeah, it looks like you could go further. It looks like I see it goes
think-
up and
No,
around,
it
but
does
this
go
is,
away further.
Yeah.
but it's,
But they say in July you can get
Yeah, when the snow's cleared more, you can go
Yeah.
a little further up there. But this is as far as you go right now.
yeah, for June.
There's a couple people on the bus that were like, "Oh, thank God," because it's pretty windy,
And steep.
narrow. Not a lot of guardrails. I don't think I saw any.
I don't think there are any guardrails.
New York, we're about 2 hours from Canada.
Okay.
So
We were there, it's been 3 years this fall. We did a fall tour.
Adirondacks, we live in the Adirondacks.
You know, we might have. I don't know if
Yeah, I know. It's so hard for me to remember everything we've done too. Were you the one who served at the fort?
We were in the Philippines, yeah. It was before we were married. We were there, and we were going up this mountain trail, and it was pretty much like this. Yeah.
Jamaica's like that. We took a bus.
Just park at the end of the road and do your boondocking.
Salmon Glacier in Alaska.
Corner I can see up here. Yeah, and I know whether it's clear or foggy or whatever.
Back on the bus, heading back down.
Heading back down.
Heading back down the valley.
Yeah, such a beautiful, beautiful valley.
This is called the Hanging Valley.
They don't ship out concentrate. They do the final ingot pours. You know?
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, they're still kind of looking for the big vein. You know, I mean, they tell their investors, "Oh, just a few more feet, a few more." You know. So I think they've gone through over 500 million.
Oh wow.
I know that. But the other people that used to own it, they sold part of the mill. So these guys, they had to come in and.
So this is the bar, Glacier Inn, Hyder, Alaska. You can go in there and
Do I want to try that?
yeah, you take your shot and you've been Hyderized, is what they say, right?
Maybe we should go get Hyderized, babe. We're not driving.
Should we be worried that the bus driver went over that way? So we're back in Stewart.
Seward.
Seward?
Stewart. Yeah, Stewart.
That's the way I said
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're right. You know,
Stewart.
Stewart.
Because I remember he said that that's who they sent the mail to.
That's
they didn't
right,
have a town,
Stewart.
but they sent the mail to Stewart.
You're
So
right.
then
It
it
became
became the
Stewart.
town of Stewart.
Right.
This building here says that it was previously was the Bank of Montreal for 39 years since 1980. Sears store and insurance agency. That's fun. It's like they're making candies.
Costco. Gotta take a Costco or a Sam's.
Old classic cars here. Got some old classic cars here. Trudy's. Silverado. Fish, chips, pizza, home style cooking. So, looks like a pretty good salad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
We decided to try the pizza place. It has homemade pizza dough and seems like a good place. So we'll give it a try. Okay, looks
Layered. It's like
looks delicious.
like a
Yeah, like
sandwich.
this is like a sandwich pizza, and it's supposed to be homemade bread and homemade dough. What do you think? Take a bite.
It's definitely
See
loaded.
what you think?
It's definitely a loaded type of pizza. Let's see here. All right. All right. See it. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like pieces everywhere. It's like the whole thing is covered in
Yeah, it's like meat all the way across.
meat all the way across.
Nice. So your town might be getting a lot of snow when your fire hydrant has a big long red extension to help you find it when it's buried in the snow.
There we go.
Well, I think we're gonna call it a night. Thanks
been
so
a
much for
very-
traveling with us. This is a fun day.
It's a fun day. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. We're not even in, well, we did go to Alaska, but we're not really in Alaska.
Oh, we totally went to Alaska.
Yeah, we went to Alaska.
We're just back in Canada now.
Now we're back in Canada. It was
'Cause
just so beautiful.
it's got that fun little spot where you go over to Alaska in order to climb up the backside of that mountain. So,
Right. Which
then
had to
you-
be back in British Columbia.
Yeah. So you go back and forth, back and forth.
It's really fun.
But thanks for joining us, and hope you have a safe evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.